Blade, the story you never knew. I think this talks a little bit about like his come up. Let's see what it's talking about.
We're going over Bladee, how he came to be, what drain means, and why he makes his type of music. Bladee was born in Stockholm in 1996, the same year that Trainspotting released. And much like the characters in Trainspotting, falling in love created problems for both Bladee and Ranton, except the underage part. Before we get to the sad Bladee songs, let's go through how he even ended up in the position he's in. When he was 8 years old, he became friends with his classmate, Echo 2K. Jump a few years later, and what do you do when you've been friends with someone for years and now you're both 13 years old? As the laws of the universe indicate, when two 13-year-olds meet each other, they will inevitably have the thought of becoming SoundCloud rappers. Boom, they started a punk rock band named Krossad, which translates to crushed from Swedish. This led to both of their interest in music. We were just basically making noise. We didn't know how to play music at all, Bladee remembers. You might think he's downplaying his skills when he says that, but nah, I actually found his Krossad punk songs and
Damn.
he was right.
Hey, my mind be blown, bro, that people really listen to this kind of music and like enjoy it. It's a trip.
Bladee began to get into making music when he was working at a daycare center. His first artist name was Ken Burns, but then he changed it to Bladee, most likely because he realized Ken Burns sounds like a serial rapist name. I actually found out some of his songs when he went by that name, and yes, it features Echo 2K too.
Hey, wait, dude. Smoking slime switches like it's time to do the dishes. Look like taking picture grills fresh out the kitchen. Cause it's like that, bitches like that. All my eyes that.
Jack 26 whips just to pay for my rims. That's okay. Let the son of God
Damn,
pay
bro,
for
these
your
dudes are
sins
medieval.
begin.
That's a trip. My bad. Apologize for the kids in the background. Don't worry about that.
Barbecue sauce, chicken wing, watermelon, and some Kool-Aid on chill. Pop pill.
As
Dude
Bladee
had a condom on his head? Hold on.
Sauce, chicken wing, watermelon, and some Kool-Aid on.
Bro. What the Alright.
Chill, pop pill.
As Bladee got older, he distanced himself from the punk scene. He doesn't say why, but most likely it's because most punks use being punk as an excuse to be a lazy waste of air who does nothing all day except drink.
Yeah, bro. That dude's name was Echo with the condom on his head.
Play Wonderwall in underground passages for money, and the ones that are over 21 tell 16-year-olds that they love them. It was around this time when he met White Armor and Tyboy through mutual friends. That's when everything started getting real. They were fucking around in the studio and freestyling on White Armor's beats for fun. Some took it more seriously than others, so they went ahead and recorded it. Then, this is where the Drain Gang autotune was born, fellas. Tyboy and White Armor suggested the idea of forming a boy band where they were just going to sing in autotune. They changed their name a lot of times, first Gravity Boys, then Gravity Boys Shield Gang, then Shield Gang, and then Drain Gang. And when they came up
Drain
with the
Gang.
name,
That's the name of their group, Drain Gang. That's actually fire. That's fire.
every skinny white boy wearing oversized designer clothes in a 10-mile radius felt unfathomable happiness. Why Drain Gang though? Bladee has actually explained what drain means for him, and I quote, "Drain is about loss and gain. It could be good or bad. You could be drained of energy, or you could drain something to gain energy. There's financial, emotional, and physical drains. For example, you could just be draining your bank account at the store. It doesn't have to be deep. Basically, if I'm talking about eating the night, that means I drain it for its essence. Everything me and my bro do is connected to that concept. We might drain some blood for good fortune." Then they suddenly realized that there was another music group in Stockholm who were making the same type of music.
What's up, Suave? Hell yeah, appreciate it, bro. How you doing, man? I ain't seen or heard from you in a minute.
Young Lean, Young Sherman,
I was out here making some YouTube videos. Turn the stream on. I haven't really been turning the stream on. I've been doing like reactions, but I don't ever turn the stream on anymore. Appreciate you though.
and Young Good of Sad Boys. After hearing Grey Goose by Lean, Bladee and White Armor reached out to them, resulting in Blade's feature on Heal You Blade Runner, which was on Young Lean's mixtape Unknown Death 2002, the same mixtape where Hurt is in. They started off the relationship with
And we are called drainers. That's what they call you guys, people that are fans. Like, that's your community. You guys are drainers.
between Sad Boys and Drain Gang, and also gave Bladee attention from Lean's fanbase. Bladee released his debut mixtape Glue this year on the year 0001 label. This album was described as the summertime anthem for a suburban generation stuck scrolling through Twitter. Kinda cringe, but the mixtape was extremely successful on SoundCloud. It racked up over 2 million
bro.
plays, which is big, especially for Drain standards back then and even for today's Drain standards. This mixtape, plus a few other singles, skyrocketed Bladee to underground hip-hop fame, and Drain Gang and Sad Boys became Sweden's top rap groups. This man was not stopping. He was on a road of vengeance. Not even a month later after Glue, he dropped Into Dust, which is one of the best Bladee songs of all time. Looking at Into Dust, he was definitely refining his voice, and his songs were all around much more enjoyable to listen to. 2 years later, Bladee hit everyone with another nuke. Boom! Japan. Dropping Ever Since, which was his first debut album. It had 12 songs, and one of my favorite Bladee songs of all time, Sugar. Sugar would also be sampled in Hennessy and Sailor Moon, and also would remain in everyone's hearts who has gotten rejected by a Discord e-girl at least once. Track 10 on Ever Since is a demonically melodic masterpiece where Bladee compares someone's blood to the sweet taste of sugar. The song is extremely well received among all the fans, and for a few good reasons. First of all, Bladee is in the music video, pretty self-explanatory. People love to see him in overly glowing music videos with random shots like these. 2, comparing someone's blood to the sweet taste of sugar it's very cool, man, fuck you. The third reason is that the song is just very melodic, it's sensational. One can even say that it's phenomenal. What do people think about Ever Since? Here is what iPhone Kings
careful with that, bro.
thinks. You lame ass bitches kept recommending me this, so I checked that out. Here is another person by the name Crash Hash saying that Bladee sounds like a wet fart with reverb,
Damn,
except
bro,
I don't
that's
find
cold.
it funny. Now
That's cold with the 1 star too, huh?
I'm playing with you, the people love it. A few albums later, Bladee and Echo 2K received an invitation to Alex Studios' SS 2019 menswear show in Paris by Matthew Williams, who also designed clothes for Kanye and today is literally the creative director of Givenchy. So, the boys were making it big. Who was in Paris? Bladee and Echo were in Paris, walking the menswear show as models. Blade's musical style is clearly different from other artists. That's why people either love it or tell you to return the aux code and kick you out of the party. Get out! Get out! Get out! Now you might be wondering, well, what inspires Bladee to make music like this? And he has actually answered this.
Their come up story is crazy, bro. That's insane.
According to him, and
Off the
I quote,
SoundCloud?
it's mostly being bored a lot that inspires me. Since I vibe with this quote, here are some more Bladee.
Bro, this is back when you can make music and just upload it to SoundCloud and blow up. Now when the artist makes music which is oversaturated with how the people making music, you gotta upload it to TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, you know what I mean? Everything in order to get noticed. Before, people would just upload to SoundCloud, it was hit and people would listen to it. That's a lot different now.
Quotes. My fans always
What's up, Azriel? How's it going? How's it going?
say I'm like an angel. I don't identify with that. I'm not special, I'm just like you. I feel like me and my friends are the new One Direction, cause the fans love us. We created our own lane, and now we're helping the youth create their own.
If y'all could hit the like button and subscribe for me, I would really appreciate it. A lot of people have flowed through here so far and no one hitting the like button. It would help a lot if you did.
Identities in love life. I just like to take in everything and try to put it through my own filter. My bro Echo 2K always inspires me to go harder.
Yes, what is your question? Shoot.
He looks up to Chief Keef and hates sci-fi movies, but he's making an effort to read more sci-fi literature. But when the interviewer pressed him on this to get more answers, He said that he has never actually read any sci-fi. The reception of Bladee has always been controversial. For example, the first song I heard from Bladee was Apple, and I did think it was a vibe, but it's not like I added it to my playlist or anything. I was still not used to the autism yet. But then I heard Obedience and it was good. It takes one listen to get used to Obedience, and then boom, you start going down the iceberg. Ha! Who listened to this? Hey yo, this shit kinda fire. Sugar really speaks to me. I'm gonna show my friends this. This is my third time getting kicked out of a party because I played Vanilla Sky. Gatsu, I'll buy your Gucci flip-flops for $150.
Yo.
Bladee gets pussy in this fan.
Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it, Merlin. Hell yeah. Getting some subscribers doing this streaming shit. I think I gained like 3 or 4 subscribers. And I've been on here for 4 hours. Sheesh.
Fiction. And you can argue all you want that Bladee sounds bad or Bladee is the greatest artist alive, but it always comes down to just music taste. And I don't think anybody should be judged if they...
It's on your dev account. What are you talking about, Richard? I hate it at first, but I fell in love with it a few hours later. Facts.
like Bladee or not. We have a saying for this in Georgian. Translating to, they don't argue about taste. For example, when talking to my co-workers, I always ask them about their music taste, and mostly Kanye West. Now, Kanye is my favorite artist of all time, but when this one girl from Zimbabwe told me that she hates Kanye, I didn't judge her for it. I just never spoke to her again. Many people dislike Blade's music, but I think we can all agree that his style is extremely original. He's the only one who could make shit like this and make it sound good to at least some people. For this reason, Bladee will never be mainstream.
Some people.
He'll always
Can you do a Bone Tail 1.6 trailer? Yeah, we could get to that next. I wish to know your honest reaction if you wanted to. Yeah, for sure.
be popular because he divides people like this, but never mainstream. And he knows this as well. If he wanted to go mainstream, he'd start using less autotune, because if you removed autotune from his music, or at least downplayed it, the melodies are so good, it would definitely appeal to the mainstream audience. But Bladee likes it this way. He makes whatever he wants and people vibe with it, and he has a dedicated fan base. Do you think many people actually love Ed Sheeran as much as Bladee fans love Bladee? I'm pretty sure Bladee fans don't even love their grandma as much as they love Bladee. That bitch is hella boring.
Damn.
Pass. This kind of mainstream music kind of like soul and
Dude has some good editing skills. I like
personality, while Blade's music is full of it. Even though the fans love him so much, they don't argue when people don't like him. They understand, because most likely they didn't like Bladee at first listen either, or they hadn't found out the song that matched for them. For me it was Obedient, then Sugar, then Into Dust, then
Be Warned may contain cringe, maybe not, and some major editing that took me hours.
all the other ones. So as Kanye said, fuck all this dick swinging contest, we all gonna be dead in 100 years, let the kids have the music. All my sources are linked in the description.
That was a cool story. Good video. Shout out Gasu, man. Gasu.